The Great Bible, Deuteronomy, the 6th chapter. The law of God may not be forgotten, the 6th chapter. These are the commandments, ordinances, and laws, which the Lord your God commanded me to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go to possess it, namely, that thou mightest fear the Lord thy God, and keep all his ordinances and his commandments, which I command thee, thou and thy son, and thy son's son, all days of thy life, that thy days may be prolonged. Hear therefore, O Israel, and take heed, that thou do thereafter, that it may go well with thee, and that ye may increase mightily, even as the Lord God of thy fathers hath promised thee a land that floweth with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is Lord only, and thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt show them unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou art at home in thine house, and as thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand, and they shall be warnings between thine eyes, and thou shalt write them upon the posts of thy house, and upon thy gates. And when the Lord thy God hath brought thee into the land, which he sware unto thy fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and giveth thee great and goodly cities, which thou buildest not, houses full of all manner of goods, which thou filledst not, and wells digged, which thou diggedst not, vineyards and olive trees, which thou plantedst not. And when thou hast eaten and art full, then beware, lest thou forget the Lord, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. Thou shalt fear the Lord thy God, and serve him, and swear by his name. See that ye walk not after strange gods, the gods of the nations which are about you. For the Lord thy God is a jealous God among you, lest the countenance of the Lord thy God be moved to wrath against thee, and destroy thee from off the earth. Ye shall not tempt the Lord your God, as ye did in the temptation, but keep the commandments of the Lord your God, and his witnesses, and his ordinances, which he hath commanded thee, and thou shalt do that which is right and good in the sight of the Lord, that thou mayest prosper, and that thou mayest go in, and conquer that good land which the Lord sware unto thy fathers, to cast out all thine enemies before thee, as the Lord hath said. And when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, What meaneth these witnesses, ordinances, and laws, which the Lord our God hath commanded you? Then thou shalt say unto thy son, We were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt, and the Lord brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand. And the Lord showed signs and wonders, great and evil, upon Egypt, upon Pharaoh, and upon all his household, before our eyes, but brought us out from thence, to bring us in, and to give us the land which he sware unto our fathers. And he hath commanded us to do all these ordinances, and to fear the Lord our God, for our wealth all the days of our life, as it is come to pass this day. Moreover, this shall be our righteousness before the Lord our God, if we take heed and keep all these commandments, as he hath commanded us. The 7th chapter. The Israelites may make no covenant with the Gentiles, They must destroy their idols. Idolaters must be slain. The 7th chapter. When the Lord thy God hath brought thee into the land, whither thou goest to possess it, and hath cast out many nations before thee, namely, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when the Lord thy God hath set them before thee, thou shalt smite them, and utterly destroy them, and make no covenant with them, nor have compassion on them. Thou shalt make no marriages with them, neither give thy daughter unto his son, nor take his daughter unto thy son. For they will deceive thy son, that he should not fear me, and they shall serve strange gods, and then will the wrath of the Lord wax hot against you, and destroy you shortly. But thus ye shall deal with them. Ye shall overthrow their altars, and break down their pillars, cut down their groves, and burn their graven images with fire. For thou art an holy nation unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a several people unto himself, above all nations that are upon the earth. It was not because of the multitude of you above all nations that the Lord had lust unto you, and chose you, seeing ye were fewest of all nations, but because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep thee, of the which he had sworn unto your fathers. Therefore hath the Lord brought you out of Egypt through a mighty hand, and delivered you out of the house of bondage, even from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Understand therefore that the Lord thy God, He is God, and that a true God, which keepeth appointment and mercy unto them that love him, and keep his commandments, even throughout 1,000 generations, and rewardeth them that hate him before his face, so that he bringeth them to naught, and doth not defer the time, but rewardeth him that hateth him before his face. Keep thou therefore the commandments, and ordinances, and laws, which I command thee this day that thou do them. If ye hearken unto these laws, and observe and do them, the Lord thy God also shall keep unto thee the appointment and the mercy which he sware unto thy fathers. He will love thee, and bless thee, and multiply thee. He will also bless the fruit of thy womb, and the fruit of thy land, thy corn, thy wine, and thine oil, and the fruit of thine oxen, and the flocks of thy sheep in the land, which he sware unto thy fathers to give thee. Thou shalt be blessed above all nations. There shall be neither man nor woman unfruitful among you, nor anything unfruitful among your cattle. Moreover, the Lord will take away from thee all manner infirmities, and will put none of the evil diseases of Egypt, which thou knowest, upon thee, but will send them upon all them that hate thee. Thou shalt consume all the nations which the Lord thy God shall deliver thee. Thine eye shall have no pity upon them, neither shalt thou serve their gods, for that shall be thy decay. If thou say in thine heart, These nations are more than I, how can I cast them out? Thou shalt not fear them, but remember what the Lord thy God did unto Pharaoh and unto all Egypt, the great temptations which thine eyes saw, and the signs and wonders, and the mighty hand and stretched out arm, wherethrough the Lord thy God brought thee out. Even so shall the Lord thy God do unto all the nations of whom thou art afraid. Moreover, the Lord thy God will send hornets among them, until they that are left, and hide themselves from thee. be destroyed. Thou shalt not fear them, for the Lord thy God is among you, a mighty God and a terrible. For the Lord thy God will put out these nations before thee by a little and a little, that thou mayest not consume them at once, lest the beasts of the field increase upon thee. But the Lord thy God shall give them over before thee, and shall destroy them with a mighty tempest, until he have brought them to naught. And he shall deliver their kings into thine hand, and thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven. There shall no man be able to stand before thee, until thou have destroyed them. The graven images of their gods shalt thou burn with fire, and covet not the gold and silver that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein. For it is an abomination before the Lord thy God. Bring not therefore abomination into thine house, lest thou be a damned thing, as it is, but utterly defy it, and abhor it, for it is a damned thing. The 8th chapter. Moses putteth the Israelites in remembrance what God hath done to them in the wilderness. The 8th chapter. All the commandments which I command thee this day shall ye keep for to do them, that ye may live and multiply and go in and possess the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers. And thou shalt think on all the way which the Lord thy God led thee this 40 years in the wilderness, for to humble thee, and to prove thee, and to wit what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no. He humbled thee, and suffered thee to hunger, and fed thee with manna, which neither thou nor thy fathers knew of, to make thee know that a man doth not live by bread only, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Lord doth a man live. Thy raiment waxed not old upon thee, neither did thy foot swell these 40 years. This also shalt thou consider in thine heart, that as a man nurtureth his son, even so the Lord thy God nurtureth thee. Therefore shalt thou keep the commandments of the Lord thy God, that thou walk in his ways, and fear him. For the Lord thy God bringeth thee into a good land, a land in the which are rivers of water, and fountains and springs that spring out of valleys and hills, a land wherein is wheat and barley, vineyards and fig trees and pomegranates, a land wherein is olive and honey, a land wherein thou shalt eat bread without scarceness, neither shalt thou lack anything, a land whose stones are iron, and out of whose hills thou shalt dig brass. When thou hast eaten therefore, and filled thyself, thou shalt bless the Lord thy God in the good land which he hath given thee. Beware that thou forget not the Lord thy God, that thou wouldest not keep his commandments, his laws, and his ordinances, which I command thee this day. Yea, and when thou hast eaten, and filled thyself, and hast built goodly houses, and dwelt therein, and when thy beasts and thy sheep are waxed many, and thy silver and gold is multiplied, and all that thou hast is increased, then beware, lest thine heart rise, and thou forget the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, and from the house of bondage, and which was thy guide in the great and terrible wilderness, wherein were fiery serpents, scorpions, and drought without any water. But he brought out water for thee, even out of the rock of flint. He fed thee in the wilderness with manna, which thy fathers knew not, even for to humble thee, and to prove thee, and that he might so do the good at thy latter end. Lest thou shouldest say in thine heart, My power and the might of mine own hand hath prepared me this abundance. But remember the Lord thy God, how that it is he which giveth thee power to get substance, for to make good the promise which he sware unto thy fathers, as this day doth witness. And if thou forget the Lord thy God, and walk after strange gods, and serve them, and worship them, I testify unto you this day, that he shall surely perish. As the nations which the Lord destroyeth before you, even so ye shall perish, because ye would not be obedient unto the voice of the Lord your God. The 9th chapter. They are forbidden to trust in their own strength. The 9th chapter. Hear, O Israel, thou passest over Jordan this day to go in and conquer nations great and mightier than thyself, cities great and walled up to heaven, a people great and tall, even the children of the Anakims, which thou knowest of, and of whom thou hast heard say, Who will stand before the children of Anak? Understand therefore this day, that the Lord thy God is even he which goeth over before thee as a devouring and a consuming fire. He shall destroy them, and he shall bring them down before thy face. He shall cast them out, and bring them to naught quickly, as the Lord hath said unto thee. Speak not thou in thine heart, after that the Lord thy God hath cast them out before thee, saying, For my righteousness the Lord hath brought me in, to possess this land. Nay, but for the wickedness of these nations the Lord hath cast them out before thee. It is not for thy righteousness' sake, or for thy right heart, that thou goest to possess their land. But for the wickedness of these nations the Lord thy God doth cast them out before thee, even to perform the word which the Lord thy God sware unto thy fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Understand therefore that it is not for thy righteousness' sake that the Lord thy God doth give thee this good land to possess it, seeing thou art a stiff-necked people. Remember and forget not how thou provokedst the Lord thy God in the wilderness, since the day that thou didst depart out of the land of Egypt, until ye came unto this place. Ye have rebelled against the Lord. Also in Horeb ye angered the Lord, so that the Lord was wroth with you, even to have destroyed you, when I was gone up into the mount, to receive the tables of stone, the tables of appointment, which the Lord made with you. And I abode in the hill 40 days and 40 nights, when I neither did eat bread nor drank water. And the Lord delivered me 2 tables of stone, written with the finger of God, and in them was according to all the words which the Lord said unto you in the mount out of the midst of the fire in the day of the gathering together. And when the 40 days and 40 nights were ended, the Lord gave me 2 tables of stone, the tables of the covenant. And the Lord said unto me, Up, and get thee down quickly from hence, for thy people which thou hast brought out of Egypt have marred all. They are turned at once out of the way which I commanded them, and have made them a molten image. Furthermore, the Lord spake unto me, saying, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Let me alone, that I may destroy them, and put out the name of them from under heaven. And I will make of thee a mighty nation, and greater than they be. And I turned me, and came down from the hill, even from the hill that burnt with fire. And the 2 tables of the appointment were in my hands. And I looked, and behold, ye had sinned against the Lord your God, and had made you a molten calf, and had turned at once out of the way which the Lord had commanded you. And I took the 2 tables, and cast them out of my 2 hands, and brake them before your eyes. And I fell down flat before the Lord, even as at the first time. And 40 days and 40 nights I did neither eat bread nor drink water, because of all your sins which ye sinned in doing wickedly in the sight of the Lord, in that ye provoked him unto wrath. For I was afraid that for the wrath and fierceness wherewith the Lord was moved against you, he would have destroyed you. But the Lord heard me at that time also. The Lord was very angry with Aaron also, even to have destroyed him. And I made intercession for Aaron also the same time. And I took your sin, the calf which he had made, and burnt him with fire, and stamped him, and ground him a good, even unto small dust. And I cast the dust thereof into the brook that descended out of the mount. Also at the burning, at the temptation, and at the sepulchres of lust, ye angered the Lord. Likewise, when the Lord sent you from Kadesh Barnea, saying, Go up, and conquer the land which I have given you, ye disobeyed the mouth of the Lord your God, and neither believed him, nor hearkened unto his voice. Ye have been disobedient unto the Lord since the day that I knew you. And I fell down flat before the Lord 40 days and 40 nights, which I lay there, for the Lord said that he would destroy you. I made intercession therefore unto the Lord, and said, O Lord God, destroy not thy people and thine inheritance, which thou hast delivered through thy greatness, and which thou hast brought out of Egypt through a mighty hand. Remember thy servants Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and look not unto the stubbornness of this people, nor to their wickedness and sin, lest the land whence thou broughtest them say, The Lord is not able to bring them into the land which he promised them, and because he hated them, therefore hath he carried them out, to slay them in the wilderness. Behold, they are thy people, and thine inheritance, which thou broughtest out of in thy mighty power, and in thy stretched out arm. The 10th chapter. The renewing of the tables, an exhortation to give heed to the law. The 10th chapter. In the same season the Lord said unto me, Hew thee 2 tables of stone, like unto the first, and come up unto me into the mount, and make thee an ark of wood, and I will write in the tables the words that were in the first tables which thou breakest, and thou shalt put them in the ark. And I made an ark of setim wood, and hewed 2 tables of stone like unto the first, and went up into the mountain, having the 2 tables in mine hand. And he wrote in the tables, according to the first writing, the 10 verses which the Lord spake unto you in the mount out of the midst of the fire, in the day of the gathering together. And the Lord gave them unto me, and I departed, and came down from the hill, and put the tables in the ark which I had made, and there they be, as the Lord commanded me. And the children of Israel took their journey from Beerot of the children of Jachan to Mosera, where Aaron died, and was buried. and Eleazar his son became priest in his stead. From thence they departed unto Gadgad, and from Gadgad to Jatbat, a land which hath rivers of water. The same season the Lord separated the tribe of Levi to bear the ark of the appointment of the Lord, and to stand before the Lord, and to minister unto him, and to bless in his name unto this day. Wherefore the Levites have no part nor inheritance with their brethren, but the Lord is their inheritance, as the Lord thy God hath promised them. And I tarried in the mount, even as at the first time, 40 days and 40 nights. And the Lord hearkened unto me at that time also, and the Lord would not destroy thee. And the Lord said unto me, Up, and go forth in the journeys before the people, that they may go in, and conquer the land which I swear unto their fathers, to give unto them. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, and to walk in all his ways, to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, namely, that thou keep the commandments of the Lord, and his ordinances, which I command thee this day, for thy wealth. Behold, heaven and the heaven of heavens is the Lord's thy God, and the earth with all that therein is. Notwithstanding, the Lord had a lust unto thy fathers to love them, and choose their seed after them, even you, above all nations, as thou seest this day. Circumcise therefore the foreskin of your heart, and be no more stiff-necked. For the Lord your God is God of gods and Lord of lords, a great God, a mighty and a terrible, which regardeth no man's person, nor taketh gift. He doth right unto the fatherless and widow, and loveth the stranger, to give him food and raiment. Love ye therefore the stranger also, for ye were strangers yourselves in the land of Egypt. Thou shalt fear the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. To him shalt thou cleave, and swear by his name. He is thy praise and thy God, that hath done for thee these great and terrible things, which thine eyes have seen. Thy fathers went down into Egypt with 70 souls, and now the Lord thy God hath made thee and multiplied thee as the stars of heaven. The 11th chapter. An exhortation to regard the law. The 11th chapter. Therefore thou shalt love the Lord thy God, and keep his observances, his ordinances, his laws, and his commandments always. Call to your mind this day that which your children have neither known nor seen, even the nurture of the Lord your God, his greatness, his mighty hand, and his stretched out arm, his miracles and his acts which he did in the midst of Egypt, even unto Pharaoh the king of Egypt, and unto all his land, and what he did unto the host of Egypt, unto their horses and chariots, how he brought the water of the Red Sea upon them as they chased you behind, and how the Lord hath brought them to naught unto this day, and what he did unto you in the wilderness, until ye came unto this place, and what he did unto Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, the son of Reuben, how the earth opened her mouth and swallowed them, with their households and their tents, and all their substance that was in their possession in the midst of Israel. Doubtless your eyes have seen all the great acts of the Lord which he did. Therefore shall ye keep all the commandments which I command thee this day, that ye may be strong and go in and conquer the land, whither ye go to possess it, and that ye may prolong your days in the land, which the Lord sware unto your fathers, to give unto them and to their seed, a land that floweth with milk and honey. For the land whither thou goest to possess it is not as the land of Egypt, that ye came out of, where thou sowedst thy seed, and wateredst it with thy feet, as a garden of herbs. But the land whither ye go over to possess it is a land that hath hills and valleys, and drinketh water of the rain of heaven. This land doth the Lord thy God care for, and the eyes of the Lord thy God are always upon it, from the beginning of the year unto the end of the year. If you shall hearken therefore unto my commandments, which I command you this day, that ye love the Lord your God, and serve him with all your heart and with all your soul, I also will give rain unto your land in due season, the first rain and the later, that thou mayest gather in thy corn, thy wine, and thine oil. And I will send grass in thy fields for thy cattle, that thou mayest eat and fill thyself. But beware that your heart deceive you not, and ye turn aside and serve strange gods, and worship them, and then the Lord being wroth against you, shut up the heaven, that there be no rain, and that your land yield not her fruit, and lest ye perish quickly from off the good land, which the Lord giveth you. Therefore shall ye put up these my words in your heart and in your soul, and bind them for a sign upon your hand, that they may be as a warning between your eyes. And ye shall teach them your children, that they may talk of them, when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. Yea, and thou shalt write them upon the doorposts of thine house, and upon thy gates, that your days may be multiplied, and the days of your children, in the land which the Lord sware unto your fathers to give them, as long as the days of heaven last upon the earth. For if ye keep all these commandments which I command you, so that ye do them, namely, that ye love the Lord your God, and walk in all his ways, and cleave unto him, then will the Lord cast out all these nations before you, and ye shall be the heirs of great nations, and of them that are mightier than yourselves. All the places whereon the soles of your feet shall tread shall be yours, even from the wilderness, and from Lebanon, and from the river Euphrates, even unto the utmost sea, shall your coast be. There shall no man be able to stand before you, for the Lord your God shall cast the fear and dread of you upon all the land that ye shall tread upon, as he hath said unto you. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing, if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day, and a curse, if ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn out of the way which I command you this day, to go after strange gods which ye have not known. When the Lord thy God therefore hath brought thee into the land, whither thou goest to possess it, thou shalt put the blessing upon Mount Gerizim, and the curse upon Mount Ebal, which mountains are on the other side Jordan, on the back side of the way toward the going down of the sun, in the land of the Canaanites, which dwell in the plain over against Gilgal, beside the grove of Moreh. For ye shall pass over Jordan, to go in, and possess the land, which the Lord your God giveth you, and ye shall conquer it, and dwell therein. Take heed, therefore, that ye do all the commandments and laws which I set before you this day.